Hi everyone, I'm back with another video. Today I'm actually going to do one half of my face with makeup while leaving the other side completely bare today. So I'm going to be starting by prepping my skin with the Advanced Prepwork Overnight Jelly. I love this and I actually have that in my night routine from time to time as well. Okay, so now that I've moisturized, I am going to go in with a makeup primer. And I'll be using my makeup primer that I always use. This gives a beautiful foundation, I guess, for your foundation. So it really just smooths out the pores and the appearance of the skin. And now I'm going to be using my Arbonne foundation and I'll be using the color Neutral Beige. Okay, so that is my foundation on my right side of my face and the bare side on my left. So now I'm going to do the concealing of my eyelids and gonna jump in with an eyeshadow. Okay, now that I've got the concealer on, I'm just going to set my eyelid. And now that that's set, I'll jump in with my eyeshadow. I'm going to be using the Volume 1 It's All in the Eyes eyeshadow palette. I'm going to pick up the color Sand on my big eyeshadow brush. And I'm actually just going to sweep that through the crease of my eye. Okay, so now that I've popped the sand on, I'm just going to pick up a darker color and I will use the Clove and I'm just going to pop that above my eyelashes. Okay, so now I'm going to jump in with my highlight. So my main focus on this video is definitely the contouring and just showing you the power of makeup. I'm doing the half face of bare versus makeup. So for my blending, in this case, I'll be using my Beauty Blender and I'm going to be using a mix of two colors. So for my brightening, I'll be using a combination of fair and medium neutral. And I'm going to be popping that basically on this side, in that triangle shape. So I will alternate between the darker and the lighter shade of the concealer. So you can see the difference in the color. So if I went the medium neutral, you wouldn't be able to pick up that it's lighter. And if I went the fair, it would be just too light for me. So I'm going to mix the two. And again, my Beauty Blender is damp. So basically what you are trying to do is create that illusion of lift and bringing forward those parts of your bodies that you really want to be enhancing. So you want to be working in this zone as a triangle. So if you're thinking about an invisible line, we're going from the base of our nose up to the tip of our ear. So from the base of our nose to the tip of our ear and then across. So that's sort of creating that triangle, and that's where we want to lighten. And then like I said, the Cupid's bow, the forehead, and then the chin. So I'm going to go in and I'll quickly do my chin, my Cupid's bow, and my forehead. Okay, so they're the parts that I highlight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in and I will do my contouring. So when you're contouring is creating lines and the illusion of lines, or enhancing, I guess, the features that you do have. So a lot of people typically will put it in the hollow of their cheek, along the forehead, into the temple area to reshape the forehead, and along the jawline. And what is becoming really popular and has been really popular is your nose. So being able to sculpt the nose and give it the appearance of looking a lot slimmer. So I typically stick to contouring into the hollow of my cheek, around my forehead, and into my temples, and then sometimes I will go along my jawline, but along my jawline I will only ever use a powder bronzer. So what I'll do is I will grab my dark color and I'll be using the color Deep. So that's the color I will use for my contouring, and I will pop that in the hollow of my cheek. Okay, it looks so crazy, but once it's all blended, you're going to see, versus my bare side, just how much structure it gives my face. Okay, so just using a little bit of concealer, it's just added some depth and dimension to my face and enhanced my cheekbones. So a lot of people will feel that it's like right under your cheekbone where you want to be placing that contour. Some people will suck in their cheeks and do like the fish face, the pout, to be able to create that if they're not sure exactly where it is, finding that line. So that is the contour done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set under my eyes, and I'm going to be popping my bronzer and my blush on now. So I will always set under my eyes, and I'll always set in my smile lines as well. So no matter what product I've used in the past, I do find that I get some smile lines, and I find that using powder just sets it. It gives me longevity with it in my makeup, and I'm not having to retouch. No matter what I use, always use a translucent powder. Okay, so now I'm going to go over the top of my dark contour with my bronzer, and I will pop on my blush as well. I'll be grabbing my bronzer from my Glow Up palette, which is by Arbonne. I usually will use the blush for an everyday look. Today I'm going to showcase one of the other blushes that I really do love. It's got a little bit more pigment, so I would use that for, say, if I was going out or I've got a special occasion. So again, I'm just going over where I've popped that darker contour, and I'm just going to work that bronzer in, and I'm not wanting to go any further below onto my cheek. I just want to be really concentrating it over where I have put that darker concealer. I create that illusion even more so underneath my jaw. Okay, now I will use my blush, and as I said, I'm going to use a different blush than what I usually use, and it comes just in its own little packet, and I'll be using the shade Blossom today. So I've been using the Arbonne brush kit, and I use the powder brush for my blush brush. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my highlight, which is one of my favorite things. So I highlight above where I've placed my blush. I will highlight my brow bone, and then I usually highlight a little bit above my eyebrow, my cupid's bow, and onto my chin. Again, this is a look that I would have if I was going out for dinner or I was going out to a special occasion. So I'm going to use the Glow Up palette again, and I'm going to be using the Stardust as my highlight color today. Okay, so that is my highlight done. Now all I really have left is my brows and my mascara, and I will just pop a little bit of eyeshadow on my bottom lash line because I haven't finished that since I finished setting under my eyes. So on my lower lash line, I'm just going to use a mix of the sand, and I may top it up with the clove as well. Okay, now I will do my brow. There are two options with Arbonne, whether you want to use a pencil or if you want to use a gel. I love using the gel for an everyday purpose, and then for a more formal and special occasion, I will get my pencil out and just create some more exact lines with my brow. For the purpose of today's video, I am actually just going to use the gel because I don't have the pencil with me, and I just want to showcase that because it's my favorite. The gel just comes like this. It's quite cute, and I use the shade Light Medium. And it's so easy to use. So if you are a beginner when it comes to brows, this is going to be your best friend because it basically just fills in your brow and you don't need to worry about going in and shaping anything or being too precise. It's a really handy little tool to have, and it keeps your eyebrows in their shape as well. So you're not going to get sort of like those fuzzy brows if you wipe your face or whatever. It's going to keep it all in place. So they're great for beginners or just for someone who's honestly time pressed like most of us are. So I'll pop this on. Okay, so you can see straight away how easy that was to use and just the difference it's made in my eyebrows. Like I said, I love this thing. I love this thing. Okay, so I've just got my mascara left to do. Okay, and my lip gloss. So I used the Speak Volumes Mascara by Arbonne, and now I'll be getting in with the glossed over lip gloss in the color Hazel. Okay, so that's it from me, guys. You've got the all natural side versus the makeup side with contouring, and you can see for yourself the power of makeup and what it can do. It's so easy, it's so simple, especially if you have a step-by-step guide to follow. And if you do have any questions, please let me know. So I've obviously used all Arbonne products today, which are gluten-free, they are vegan, they are PETA approved, and they are free from over 2,000 nasties. So that's something that is a massive tick for me, and again, why I've affiliated myself with the company. I hope that this gives you a bit of a demo on the power of makeup and what can be done. So if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you do like my video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.